Is this thing working? Testing. Maybe. Trying out a different mic today, and I'm hoping that my audio is working. If you don't mind, if you're on here, just let me know if you can hear me or not. I'm hoping so. My little audio level indicator shows that I have sound, but I'm not sure. It's not going up as high as it normally would, so I don't know. In case you can't hear me. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. What's up, Huey? Hey, so I'm just setting up a little live stream today. We have snow in the forecast, but nothing going on right now. It's actually pretty nice out. So I'm looking forward to getting our next storm. But in the meantime, I'm just getting caught up on some stuff in the garage. I got the tractor back here that I just washed yesterday. Between storms, I'll try and clean off all the junk that gets on it, from the road. What's up, Hyatt? How's it going? We're a little warmer here than we were a week ago. I think we're going to get close to 60 today, which is awesome. And I'm just taking advantage of the day to try and get some stuff done before our next storm. I heard that I think in the next week we have another storm coming, and then I think they're kind of, it's hard to forecast when you're going that far out, but they're thinking we have another snowstorm for at least the next 2 or 3 weeks after that. So should have plenty to do. Actually, and one of the things I didn't get to do this last week is we did have a significant snowstorm come through, and I was going to make another video, but the temperatures were so cold that my camera batteries didn't really work well, so it was kind of fighting an uphill battle, so I just didn't do it. We had temps at about -4, and that's pretty cold. So when I was out clearing snow, I was just doing it just to get it done. Hey, Ray. Oh, man. It's not bad. Let me see here. I got this computer so I can take it around. See if we have some light. I got so much stuff in here. Let me see if I can get you a little shot here. Climbing up around the tractor, and it is on the fender here, and it's just a little scratch. It's light scratching. It's not like anything broke or anything like that. But when you make the effort to keep your stuff nice, that first little scratch hurts. But no harm. Here's the gator here behind me. And where he hit me at was just with the metal rear bumper. And that's what came back and hit the fender on the tractor. I also did clean the gator yesterday. Once again, that's just to kind of get all the grime off of it and stuff like that. So we're ready for the next storms, just waiting. Who else do we have out there? I see we've got some other members on here, or not members, but viewers. Yeah, hey Huey. Yeah, that was my son that hit me. He's 13, and he's kind of getting, familiar with stuff. And he hadn't really had much time on the gator yet, and he's just not used to paying attention to all of his surroundings. So luckily that's all it was, and it wasn't a big deal. Temps here in North Florida are reaching 80 degrees with lots of sun. I'll be mowing the lawn next week. Geez, Hyatt. Yeah, it's a little bit different situation than here. Although, it's a nice day. We sure don't have a nice day like that. It's going to be a while. Hey, Huey, I agree with you. Washing the tractor himself, lessons learned. Seriously. Yeah, I should have. I don't know. I'm too particular. I know it's just equipment and things are going to get scratched and whatnot. And honestly, I'm not very upset about it. That stuff happens. So, lesson learned. Absolutely. I think Today I came out here in the garage and I was trying to think, well, what I want to accomplish today. And something always in my mind is when I'm doing stuff on the weekends like this, I'm like, do I want to make a video of something? And I don't really have anything that I wanted to do a particular video about. So I figured I'd just fire up the live and we'd go from here. I have a couple different things that I do need to work on though. So over there, you can see I have that John Deere E hit and miss engine. Still haven't tried to start that up, but I would like to. The owner, he said that the thing was running, but I don't know what that means. Was it like 10 years ago, 20 years ago? No idea. He didn't really know either. So it had been a significant amount of time, but he had it stored inside of a nice heated barn. So I'm hoping it doesn't take much to get the thing going. So I was thinking about pulling that out today and just, I don't know, putting some oil and gas in it, spinning it over and see what happens. I don't know. I haven't done anything with it at all. I don't even know if it has spark. Um, that's something I don't have experience with, but has similarities with some of the 2-cylinder tractors I have. So I'm hoping that I can use some of that experience to get that thing going. We'll see. Oh, and then the other thing, got that little yellow Ryobi generator over there. I need to replace the carb on it. And I have a carb for it, but I just haven't taken the time to replace it yet. So that's something else I might get into this weekend. Those generators kind of have a lot of common stupid little issues. And when I make videos about fixing them, they actually get a lot of views. So I will post that up. JDE hit and miss engine. Is that the same model as Kenny's? Yes, it is. I think Kenny's might be slightly newer, but it's not like they had any really significant changes. So mine is a 1939 model. And for some reason, I was thinking Kenny's might have been a couple years newer, but I'm not certain. He's sure doing a good job on his so far. I mean, I know that he's got a lot to go, but everything he does, it's immaculate. We got a visitor here. Who do we got here? Hi. What's up? You wanting Rowan? Yeah. I think he was taking a shower, but as soon as he's done, I'll have him come out. Okay. All right? Okay, cool. Neighbor kid coming over to play. That's funny. Yeah, so the hit and miss engine, I don't know. I don't have any practical use that I'm going to use it for, but it's just something I wanted to add into the collection. I think they're kind of cool. The only things that, when I think through my head, like, is there something I could actually use it for? And I always go back to thinking about the fairs and stuff you go to in the summer months, like tractor fairs, and they always have those things set up to where they're making ice cream. So it's like, that's the only real practical use I would have for it. And I think, well, how cool would it be to have a little ice cream maker run by that thing? That would be pretty nice. I don't know. The guy that had it, like I said, he had it in a really nice barn, and he was definitely a collector. He had all kinds of stuff. He had I don't know, some type of grinder or sheller that he had with it, and I didn't really see it as something that I would ever use, and I kind of have limited space being stuck with this garage, or I got my shipping containers, but it's like those things are getting full. I don't need to necessarily fill those up. So I didn't get the grinder with it. I figure I'm never going to use it, but I might use an ice cream maker. Careful with that ROPS being up. I forgot it was up and tried to pull into the garage, broke the bottom 2 panels. $1,400 repair. That is no joke. So this ROPS here, it does kind of cut it close with the garage door when it's open all the way. And fortunately, I do have the clearance in my garage and that goes for both of the doors, to where with the ROPS up, I can make it in without damaging anything, which is great. But a hard lesson I learned was that, although I live in this neighborhood where the houses are all very similar, that's not the case for everyone. So I had someone a couple years ago where I'm cleaning their driveway like you guys see me do. And I don't know, they had their door open and they were like, "Well, why don't you just back in so that you can, it's easier for you to push everything out all the way." I was like, "All right." Well, their garage door didn't go up as high as mine. So I pretty much did exactly what you said, only I just got the bottom panel. And the bottom panel, I didn't cause any significant damage because I caught it before I did. Anyway, I was able to fix it with very basic tools and it wasn't an issue. But yeah, no, that is good for awareness. I keep it up because mainly how I have my light mounted on there. I don't know. I it's there for the light for me. Jim, hey Jim. Jim and I have been conversing a little bit about different things relating to the 1025R. Most recently, um, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, fuel gelling and stuff like that. I haven't really had any issues with fuel gelling. I've been really fortunate about that. I think that the thing that probably is a benefit for me is that here in Colorado, I think they start treating the fuel very early in the season because our snow season is pretty long. Like we could get snow at the end of September and it will snow up until June. So it's like most of the time our fuel's treated. I don't add anything. And I've been really fortunate about not having fuel gelling happen. I am thinking about replacing my fuel filters here soon. I did have the tractor was kind of hesitating a couple storms ago. It was when it was really cold out, and it was just kind of odd. It didn't last very long, but I thought, maybe I'm dealing with that, and maybe I need to change these filters out. So that's coming. But Jim's comment was about how much stuff I fit in this garage, and it's a disaster. Like I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not trying to hide my disaster here, but man, I got a bunch of stuff in this garage, and that's for sure. And I just kind of cycle it in and out. So like, the tractor's always here, the loader, the bucket, and the rototiller. I've never used the rototiller once, but one of these days I will. That stuff's always in here. And then on this side of the garage, this stuff kind of cycles in and out based on what I'm working on. Like the gator, I'm cool with keeping here this winter while we have snow since I got the snow plow for it. But honestly, in the summer, I'll probably put it at my other property. Same with the snow blowers. I'm hoping I get some use of those here soon. Um, I'd like to make some videos with the snow blowers. Everyone kind of likes that. The broom's neat. Like I like using the broom. Those videos don't get a lot of views for me. I just think it's a less common attachment and people aren't as interested in that. But yeah, I got way too much stuff in here. Let me see. Let me get caught up here. Matt, cousin Matt, go for some tractor cream. You can call it peanut butter tractor tracks. Hey, I like that. I'm game. I think that's a little project. All I need is I'm thinking I need a hand crank ice cream maker and we just convert it, put a pulley on it and belt and I don't know, some other stuff. Can't be too hard, right? Everyone's on board with that. Jim, probably won't get another episode, but if I do, I'll record it so I can share the symptoms. Yeah, definitely. And that's talking about the potential gelling you may have and the issues you're having with running. Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, if you wanted to record it and even send it to me, um, I'd be happy to do a video response to it as well. I don't know. It's a on a diesel. There's not that much that you can really do. It's not like on a carbureted engine where you have the carburetor to fool with and stuff like that. It's like on this thing, between the tank and the engine, you have what? A fuel pump, you have multiple fuel filters, and you have the injection pump. And that's pretty much all there is. I mean, and obviously the injectors. And, on tractors this new, assuming you've taken care of them and done basic maintenance and, you keep your fuel filters changed and stuff like that, the injectors really shouldn't have a problem being that they're not that old. So it's like all you're really left with that you can mess with is uh, the fuel filters. From my standpoint, unless someone else knows differently, I'm not a diesel expert. Oh God. Matt, easy peasy. I'm an armchair hit and miss engine expert. One of these days, I'm going to break your armchair. You leave some funny comments. That's good stuff. Oh man, what do you all got going on? Anyone got any projects going on this weekend that you guys want to share? I think you know, later today, because the temperature is going to keep going up at least for a couple hours. If I do anything in here, maybe I'll do the fuel filters. Maybe I'll try and crank up the John Deere E engine. And other than that, I'm probably just going to do some outside stuff, non-mechanical related. Just get out and enjoy the nice weather. Are you going to try and hit some tractor shows this summer? Yes, absolutely. So one of the videos I shared last year and even the year before, there's a show around here that I go to called the Greely Antique Machinery Show. I could be wrong on that, but it's a show that's in Greeley, Colorado, and it's about an hour and a half north of me. And I'm definitely going back there. They actually like me coming there and making videos of their show, so it might be a little bit more involved this year. Might do some interviews and stuff like that. It's a really good tractor club, and I think that we'll be able to get some good footage there. As outside of that, we do have probably 4 or 5 other shows here that I could go to. The last couple years have been kind of sketchy with like COVID restrictions and stuff like that. But in Greeley, they don't care, so that's why I was up there. Hopefully, the other ones are back and swing again. I guess we'll see. If not, outside of that, there could be some shows in Ohio that I'd consider going to if I was there at the same time, if I go back to visit. And then if I happen to be in Minnesota at the same time as a show, I would probably try and attend one of those as well. Rolog is a huge show that it was highly recommended. I need to experience that. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that this year or not. We'll see. But yes, I'll definitely be at some shows, and when I do, we'll make some video along the way. Um, I don't know. There's always neat machines there. It doesn't matter what they are, but I think it's interesting no matter what they are. UDF might be in the works today from Matt. So UDF, for anyone that doesn't know, is a company based out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and it stands for United Dairy Farmers. And United Dairy Farmers, or UDF, is the best convenience store gas station in existence. So, they're just like you think of any of your common convenience store gas stations you might have in your area. Well, this is like that, but their specialty is ice cream, and they have amazing ice cream. So I love UDF. It's actually a problem for me. It's kind of good that I'm not around it, but they make the best shakes. It's awesome. Jim, gonna build a set of storage feet for your mower deck. No, that's cool. That's something that I've always been interested in as well. Let me show you what I have, which I don't have anything, but I just stand my mower up on its side. I know this is hard to see because there's so much junk. Having an official stand would be way better. And if I didn't have my mower deck sandwiched between the tractor and the wall or the shelves, I probably wouldn't feel so secure about it. But where I have it stored at, it doesn't have a whole lot of opportunity to go either way. And it seems pretty solid in how it stands there. So I've not had an issue with it. But I'd definitely be interested in seeing what you build in terms of feet for your deck. And send me some pictures of them. That'd be cool. I remember the video from last year from Greely. Yes. Yeah. The people that run the show, they actually reached out to me afterwards and they were like, "Oh, it was awesome that you came and made a video of our show. Let's do it again." So anyway, my suggestion was, yeah, we'll do it again this year. Maybe I can get some very short, brief to the point interviews in there and just kind of get a feel for more things about the show that I don't know, because there's a lot of effort that goes into it. And well, it's going to be a 3-day thing, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I might try and get there earlier. The thing that kind of stinks for me, I'm not a hot weather person, and they always have the Greely show at the hottest time of the year. So it's like every year that I go there, it happens to be on like 100-degree days, and I don't like that. There's no shade, like there's nowhere to go to escape. Um, I don't know. I still enjoy it, so I'll try and do what I can. No, do you have any garden tractors? Yes, I do. So I don't have them here, but in at my ranch in the toy chests, which are my shipping containers, I have a couple Boland's tractors, and I have a bunch of attachments for those. The two tractors that I have are twins, so it's the same model. Um, so I don't know if you look back through my videos, I have some videos on those. But yeah, I'm into that. That's actually what I'm probably more knowledgeable about than anything, because I kind of grew up on more garden tractors than anything. And, it wasn't until I bought this one. This is my first subcompact, and then obviously I have the antique tractors, and pretty comfortable with those as well. Hi from Tampa. Hey, hey, and I saw your comment. Actually, I'm behind in responding to comments, so everyone on here, I kind of apologize for that. But I saw your comment that you're moving to Colorado. You have a city in mind yet, or any place that you're targeting? It's different. The things that I didn't realize when I moved to Colorado, and it's been close to 5 years ago, I didn't realize how dry it was. So it's like you kind of do your research ahead of time before you make a move like that. And it's very dry. Other than the snowfall, we don't get much precipitation. And like me being someone that likes green plants and I like things growing, we don't get a lot of that here. So anyway, hope your move goes smooth, and I don't know, reach out. Rolog's awesome. 100 miles from me. Hey, Roy. Yeah, I've heard Rolog is amazing. Like in just the sheer size of it. Um, and I've never been to Rolog, but I have been told about it, mainly by Kenny Kizzle, if you guys know Kenny. And he says you can basically spend the entire weekend there and maybe be able to see everything. And that's pretty amazing to me, because most of the shows that I go to around here locally, I can see everything at a show within an hour or two. And even when I think about some of the Midwest shows that I've been to, like in Ohio, yeah, maybe I could spend a half day at one and see everything. And obviously, I stay longer, but to be able to see a show that's the sheer size of Rolog, um, that's something I'd like to experience. I'd love to go to Rolog either this year or next, but it's a long drive from Florida. Yes, definitely. Um, Sounds like it's definitely worth doing. And on it, like if you did end up going, let me know, and be nice to meet you in person and say hi. What about Buckeyes? Huey, for what projects he's got going on. Painting the entire inside of her house. Got a quote for 10,000. Mama said no. So here I am painting. Yeah, I know how that goes. Painting's not cheap. Like, I don't know. It's just always a ton of money. Um, I don't like. I shouldn't say that I don't like painting, but I don't like the cleanup and the prep. I can paint pretty quickly, but just cleaning up and prep is what kills me. So I'm with you. But hopefully it goes smooth for you. Hey Tom, good to see you. I think we were just chatting last night on Bork's channel. Sorry, I'm getting caught up on comments here. Buckeyes, I don't know about Buckeyes. What is Buckeyes? You guys have to let me know. Or Bucky's, I'm sorry. What is Bucky's? I had Ohio on the mind, and I think that's where I was getting Buckeyes from. Rolog's 300 plus miles away from me, unfortunately. Yeah, no, Logan, I get it. Like for me, um, it's not easy for me to get to either. I think that Rolog is, I don't know, it's might be close to 1,000 miles for me, and like I don't know, depending on the way you go, like not it might be like 970 miles. So not a short trip either, but I hear it's worth it. So for me, getting to go check out a show like that and meeting up with all the Minnesota boys, there's so many of them. I didn't realize it until I really got into this YouTube thing, how many of the other tractor YouTubers are in Minnesota. Like, it's crazy. That's where they're at. Won't see all of Rolog in one day. That's what I've been told. I believe it. That's why I want to check it out. Logan, pulling the engine off your 1066 because it's engine through a rod. Oops. We have a spare engine, so hopefully it'll be running tonight. Well, it's good you have a spare engine. That sucks that happened. I think I don't know if you can swap that in a day, you're way better than me. I know that my projects, like I have an intent, like these are the steps to do it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like everything wrong happens. Things break. I strip out bolts, brake tools. I can't do it in a day. I've learned to just say or assume that it's going to take me forever. Love watching your channel. Keep up the good work. Just sold our old 53 John Deere 60. Hey, Travis. Thank you for watching and commenting. I've had some opportunities around here to pick up some 60s for cheap. And honestly, all of the antique tractors are pretty cheap anymore. The market for antique tractors is not what it used to be, which is great if you want to become a collector because you can get things at really great prices. Hopefully you're able to get a good amount for your 60. They're a nice tractor. Very nice. The one that I don't know why I thought about this, but there was a 60 that I happened to focus on that Greely show I went to last year. And the thing that stuck out about it to me was it had 36-inch wheels on it, or tires. And I thought that's weird because I was expecting them to be 38s like everything of mine in the letter series is, but I don't know if that was a normal thing or what. Midwest has a lot of tractor shows and threshing shows. Yes, definitely. Tom, Rollogs in Minnesota, I don't know the details, but I think it's actually like location-wise, so I'm no Minnesota expert, but I think it's not too far from like Fargo. So I know Fargo is not in or in Minnesota, but to kind of show you where it's at. What trailer do I haul my tractor with? That's a good question. So this one, the 1025R, I tend to use rental trailers. And the reason why, and that's a good question because other people have asked this in my videos. Where I live here, I don't have anywhere to store a trailer. So my big trailer is a 25-foot gooseneck, and I keep that at my other property. But I can't keep it here because we're in an HOA and it goes against the HOA rules. I hate HOAs, but whatever. So for me, in the situation I'm in, I get a Home Depot 5x8 trailer that honestly, if they knew I was hauling that on it, they'd probably say no. But I make it work. For all the big tractors, though, I do use my gooseneck. It's a 25-foot gooseneck with folding ramps, and it's got a winch on it. It's a tandem axle. It's really nice. I picked that up used maybe 6 years ago or so. I think my visitor's coming back here. Let's see.
Excuse me. Is Robin back yet?
Hey!
Is Robin back yet?
No, he's not. But he'll be out soon, I'm sure.
Okay.
He was going to come out as soon as he's done. Let me check on him really quick. I'm just going to yell inside. I got my mic on me, so you'll be able to hear it all. Rowan's friends are out here in case.
Rowan's friends are doing what?
They're out here in case he wants to come out. No. I'm back. All right. Where were we? There, Logan. Perfect answer. Rologs in Rolog, Minnesota. See, these are things I should have known, but you know, I'm not that familiar with the area. Looking for a multi-use trailer. Yeah, like I think for me personally, if I had to pick like a good multi-use trailer and make it work for everything, I'd be looking at like a larger landscape trailer with heavy rated axles, or like a flat deck car hauler or something like that. I don't know. I mean, with something like that, I could haul this. I could haul the larger tractors. One, of course. I don't know. You might look into those. I had a 16-foot landscape trailer, was tandem axle, and it would haul this, and I could get my John Deere B on it. But if you want, I mean, if you start getting larger tractors than that, it's definitely probably not quite what you want. Have you seen video of Bork's JDH? Yes, I have. Looks pretty nice. I'd like to see it in person. As you know, I have kind of had the interest in a H and adding one to the collection. And they're smaller tractors, so it's it's something I could do. If I honestly, the one that I found at the Greely show last summer, I should have jumped on because it was an excellent price and it was in excellent condition. So those things made me should have get it. Oh, here we. Hey, your friends are out there. Yeah, we got an RC car here. We're hooking up the battery. All right, there you go. Just don't hit your head when you go out. Okay. But Peyton's out there. Yeah, I'm sorry. So the John Deere H. So yeah, I should have jumped on the one that was there, but I didn't have the storage for it, and I don't really have the storage now. But it was excellent opportunity. I should have got that one. There will be more in the future, and I know that. Well, actually, I don't know who all is on here, to be honest. But if you guys know Matt the Scrap Whisperer, he was very kind enough to send me a parts manual for the John Deere H. Kind of anticipation for me getting one. So if you haven't seen Matt's channel, check it out. It's Matt the Scrap Whisperer, and he's an awesome guy. He makes a lot of videos about older equipment like this, stuff like that. Tom A. Duluth is about 10 hours. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I was looking up Duluth for something. I don't know if it was after watching Rick Bork's channel or what. So, I don't know. It was kind of recent. Logan, we almost had to sacrifice the 100 Hydro for its engine, but then we remembered the junk 1066 that had a decent motor in it. Yeah, no, it's good that you guys have that. I mean, that's part of what, I don't know, lets you easily, or I should say more, I don't know, timing wise, you can tend to get things repaired quicker if you have a spare parts tractor ready for disassembly. Broke down a year ago in Fargo. Oh man, that sucks. It doesn't look to me, when I look at that area, doesn't look like there's a ton of stuff going on in Fargo. So if you broke down there, I don't know, it might be kind of rough. Rolog's an hour from Fargo. Yep, okay, good. So I was kind of right about that. What?
I don't know. They need him. He said they're doing something.
What are you guys? You going to their house? All right. Need this sled. You're wearing shorts, so if you're playing in the snow, you should probably wear warmer clothes. Here you go.
So in case we
Here, let me take it out. Here you go.
I'm gonna tie it to this.
All right. Hopefully it's not too noisy. I'm hoping my mic focuses on me and not everyone else. Hey, can you guys take that further out? And it's just because I don't want my mic picking up all the noise. Oh, sorry, getting caught up here again. Winter travel between Washington and Michigan. Go through Fargo and then angle up through Minnesota to US 2. I'll have to check out that route. I need to get a little bit more familiar with it anyhow if I'm going to be going that direction at some point. What's my favorite John Deere 2-cylinder model from Kelton? That is a good question. Do I have a favorite? So I'm kind of personally fond of the styled letter series, and that's just because that's what I was most exposed to growing up. So if I were to narrow down within the styled letter series, I don't know. I mean, I have a B, an A, and a G. I like them all for different reasons. The G I think is cool to have, like from a collector standpoint. I like having the G. They are way higher in value than the other models. Well, I should say compared to the B or the A. Bs are extremely common. A's are not that uncommon either. I mean, you can get an A anywhere. But to find a nice G, you really have to look a little bit and you're going to pay for it. I got my G from an auction last spring that was local. And it just happened to pop up, and the auction was a half hour away from me here at my house. And I saw they had a G listed, so I was like, I'm going to go check it out. And I didn't take a trailer or anything. I just drove over to the auction. And I was like, I like this G. It's got a wide front, has power steering. It's got the Baker valve to add additional hydraulic remotes. Has new tires. I don't know. So I paid for it, but I still got a good deal on it considering what it is. So I think from a the standpoint of having something different, I like my G a lot, but like just for versatility and like low cost of operation, the B is awesome. The B hardly uses any fuel and it can do a lot of work. So I don't know. I remember the JDH that was for sale last year. Yeah, it was in that Greely video. It was really nice. Sorry if my responses to your comments are kind of slow here. I'm getting caught up. Yeah, Tom, remember to hit that like button. Thank you. -30 Fahrenheit at 3:30 a.m. Warmed up to -37. Oh, oh. Yeah, I haven't experienced temps like that. I'd say the coldest temps we've had here in the 5 years I've lived here have been, we might have got to like -18 Fahrenheit. And that's pretty cold for me. Honestly, like, so when the snow removal I do, you guys see all the snow removal videos, once it starts getting below 0 Fahrenheit, it's not that I can't do it, but I need to make sure I dress really warm because I don't know, it's rough out there for me. I mean, if you're from further north, maybe it's less of a deal. But the other thing is like the complication for me is my own comfort. My machines, like, got to keep them happy to keep them running on colder temps. By making sure you have good fuel and your fuel filters are clean and all that. And then because I make videos, the camera equipment really does not work well when you get that cold. So that kind of stinks for me. I wanted to show you something really quick. This is kind of speaking to my point about the cameras not working well when you get into the colder temps. So I have a lot of Dewalt tools and I have the Dewalt batteries. So I bought an adapter recently that I can put on the battery and it gives me USB ports for power. I'm going to try using DeWalt batteries to power my GoPro during really cold temps and hope that that makes it work. So I don't know. I think it will work because those batteries. I mean, any batteries at colder temps are going to have issues, but those things are so high capacity. I think that they'll keep the GoPros running. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. How uncommon was that MA I sent you the other day? Oh, what was it? It might have been an MT. So John Deere M is physically a little bit smaller than a B. Its stature is a little bit different, and they're more like I would consider it like a utility type tractor versus being a row crop. Horsepower or power wise, it's probably similar or a little less than the B. But in terms of how rare they are, I mean, like here, it depends on where you're at. Like here, I actually do see a lot of M's and MTs. But in other states, like I didn't see very many of them in Ohio. I don't know why there's so many here in Colorado, but there are. I tell you what, in terms of like high density tractor models, in Colorado, there are tons of Farmall H's, like a ridiculous amount. And the problem I have, you guys know I have the Farmall H that I've been working on and off. Honestly, although I've been working on it for a long time, I haven't worked on it a lot. You know, like I've had it kind of tore apart for 2 years, but I'm not working on it that frequently. My whole problem with that H is that when I do a repair, I try to not spend more on the repair or not significantly more on the repair than what the tractor's worth. And the problem with the Farmall H, when you live in an area when there's so many of those tractors available, like I can buy a running Farmall H for under $1,000. So at that point, it's like I'm really careful about how much money I want to dump into the thing because I think like, is it smarter for me to just get another one? I don't know. I hope to get the thing running good this summer. If you guys saw, I have put a little teaser video out for it. My intention is to finish it this summer, so hopefully make some good progress and get the thing finished up. Tractor Hyatt. I'm in Tallahassee, northern Panhandle of Florida. -30 Fahrenheit is normal Tuesday in Wisconsin. You guys are just built differently there, Logan. I don't know. I think that I could adjust if I was around it all the time. Like I do pretty good with cold temps. So if I just lived in it, I'd probably be able to deal with it better. But no, you guys definitely have some thick skin. Buddy of mine has a JDM. He and I go to plow matches. I like the sound of the A personally. Yeah, no, that's cool. The M, to me, like when I think about the M, and I don't have one, so I don't have that firsthand experience, but I've been around them. I think they run at higher RPMs than like the row crops, like the B, A, G. At least they sound to me like they're a little angry. Pop, 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 pop. Yes. Hey, Huey. Sorry. Yes, USB ports on my DeWalt batteries. Yeah. I am going to show you what I'm talking about. You guys, hang on a second, and I'm just going to walk and go get my adapter, and I'll be right back.
I know.
Almost back. All right. I'm back. Just a second. I'm going to get the battery too. So this is the adapter I was talking about. And this is just a USB adapter that would attach to your Dewalt battery. So what that does is then that gives me a couple USB ports which I can take power from. I think it should work good for getting these GoPros powered up during the cold. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So where did I get this? I got this off of eBay, but I've also bought them off of Amazon in the past. This is not my first one. I had one that I disassembled for a video a while ago where I used this adapter to kind of repower a Power Wheels, you know, like the kids' Power Wheels. Well, the batteries in those things go bad. They're kind of expensive. They're like a $60 battery. So what I did was I got one of these, took out the USB stuff and just hardwired in wiring that would hook up to these pins, and that let me use a DeWalt battery to power kids' Power Wheels. So anyhow, I'm going to use this for its intended purpose and use those USB ports. The M was supposed to replace the L, LA, and H. Now, that's good to know. I didn't know that. So thanks, Logan. If you guys are less familiar with the L and the LA, those are really small. I mean, they're large. I don't know. I was trying to think dimension-wise, like how it compares to the 1025R. It's taller and it has larger tires, but like from front to back, it's probably similar in size. Takes up a similar footprint. Tom A, it was in the cold snap around February 12th, whatever that Saturday morning was. Excursion blew a plug on a high pressure oil line. Oh man. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a pleasant experience when you're out by Fargo, especially in a cold snap like that. You want to see a cheap tractor come to the Midwest? Go to Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, type in Aiden Ford and hit search. Logan, you are absolutely correct. So, you know, I was originally from Ohio, and actually, I don't even know that it matters where you are. You can find the N-Series Fords all over the place. They made over 500,000 of those tractors, and it's one of the most popular tractors of that era that was made. There's tons of them out there, and they're cheap. The one that... Huh? What we got here?
Ken and Ollie coming to my house and the house.
No.
Why?
Because your mom doesn't want people in right now because she doesn't want to mess.
Well, we're gonna try stuff in the basement.
No, I already. Then go ask your mom. I already know the answer. She's gonna say no. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the N-Series. So the Ford 2N that you guys might have seen that I have. My Ford 2N, I picked it up because it has the Sherman high-low combo transmission in it, which is kind of sought after. And I still haven't shared with you the condition that my 2N was in when I picked it up, because I think I picked it up at a time before I was really making YouTube videos. I have some pictures and maybe some short videos of it that I'll have to dig up and make a compilation out of. But I got that tractor for $100, and it was in really rough shape, but I was able to get it running fairly quickly. I actually kind of started it on accident, and the thing had been sitting for 40 years. They're really easy tractors to work on. The parts availability is extremely high. And in addition to the parts availability being high, the parts are fairly cheap because there's so many of those tractors that were out there. So yes, I agree. The N-Series is a cheap tractor. I like them. They're a good little utility tractor. Tom had police department there in less than 10 minutes. Got the wife, pups, and our Explorer tow truck, another 10 minutes. We looked over, got us in a hotel. Oh, that's perfect. I mean, you lucked out that they were able to get there that quickly, especially with how cold it was. Case SC that the Relics Tractor Club saved. Yes, Hyatt. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. I want to see it in person. I contributed to that as well, and I wish I was there in person to actually work on it because I would love to get the thing running again. But I know it's in excellent hands. So Kenny and Connor and Cody and I don't know everyone, anyone that's working on it, I know that's in good hands and they'll be able to get it running. So it's not like they need me for anything, but I do want to see it in person and hopefully take it for a spin. I've never driven a case anything, so that'd be cool to experience. I'm planning on going as long as everything works out. I'm planning on going there. Probably we'll say early May. There's kind of a private plow day going on at Connor's farm, and he was kind enough to invite me, so I'm going to try and make it up there for that. We'll see how it goes. I hope it works out for many reasons. I think, one, I love plow days, and then two, it'd be fun to see all those guys in person. Tom, yes, that is DeWalt's largest battery. Let me show it one more time. At least I think it's DeWalt's largest battery. So this is, I've got several, but of different sizes. So this is the Dewalt 20 volt flex volt battery. So it can put out 60 volts if you have a 60 volt tool. Like I have a 60 volt grinder, and I have a blower for it that use that. But you can also, it's also backwards compatible, and it all has to do with the pins that are in use. So if you hook it up to a 20 volt tool, it will provide 20 volts and just give you a longer runtime, 9 amp hours. So this battery is kind of a beast. I've got others in here like a 5 amp hour and maybe a 2, but this thing will go for a long time. They're really nice. Oh, yeah, Tom's also waiting on the SC upcoming videos. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I want to see it as well. So I hope that they don't run into anything that's too detrimental with it. I think it's got good potential. I was trying to think. So Kenny, there's been several videos of it. Connor made a video. Kenny had a video. One of the things that I thought was interesting about it was the light switch. Somebody, I think, wired like a household light switch onto the thing. Different. Logan, L and LA were designed to replace 1 or 2 horses on a small farm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, all those 2-cylinder tractors, I mean, really, you're kind of in a period of time where moving from animal power to machine power, and that's what those tractors did. They were just meant to pull, just like the horses did. We had the Super A farm all sees its motor, and we had to haul it home on a 2-place tilt-back snowmobile trailer. That's pretty impressive, honestly. I mean, I think it's awesome that you're able to get it on there, but size-wise, I'm like, yeah, that'd probably work. That was a good idea. Huey, thanks for joining. Catch you next time. Oh, been on here almost an hour. I think I'm going to wrap it up and try and figure out what else to do. I think, being a nice day, I'm going to try and get out and get some sun, get some natural vitamin D, and maybe I'll work on some stuff in here. I'm probably not going to make any videos. I think right now, in my what I see for upcoming videos, I'll probably be waiting on our next snowstorms to come. And I'm hoping that we get a good snowstorm. Things that I'd like to do, as I mentioned earlier in this live stream, is I want to get these blowers out. I got the 2 snow blowers for the 1025R. I want to make some videos blowing some snow just because it's fun. And then I would love to get a really big snow to where I can test out the Gator a little bit further. I do have the intent of doing a full review on that plow that I have installed on it. But I don't want to provide a review until I've got some more time on it and I can really form my opinions. I already have opinions on it, that I'm looking forward to sharing. I just want to make sure I get a little bit more time under my belt. Actually, and I got something else I'll show you. So for a small channel like mine, my channel's just over 5,000 subs now, which is awesome. I've actually had a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot. I mean, I've maybe had like 10 different companies reach out to me for, asking if I want to do product reviews and stuff like that. And I think that's really cool. It's of interest to me, but I'm only going to show things that I really like or believe in. I'm not going to show a product just because a company wants to send me something. And so I've been careful about saying yes. In fact, I've said no pretty much most of the time, because I like to have a free voice and no one controls what I say. This channel is just whatever I think, and it's not the opinion of anyone else. So if they want to give me stuff and they're cool with me saying whatever about it, that's fine. But I'm also trying to stick with the things that I do on this channel, which is tractor stuff. And sometimes it's companies outside of this realm that, I'm like, it's cool, but I don't really have a purpose for it. But I wanted to show you something really quick. So here's a company that reached out to me, Super Clean. And Super Clean, they make products that I actually use. But well before they reached out to me, I've been using their products. Anyhow, they sent me a goodie box full of different products, so there's to try. I probably will show. I am going to show those on the channel at some point and just tell you what I think about them. But honestly, like, even before they reached out, I've been using their products. I think they're really good. They make some stuff that's really helpful. And the reason, like, why are you going to show a cleaner? Well, it's like everything I work on, mechanical. It's like you're always cleaning up something, so it does kind of go along with things. So I look forward to showing that. I don't know. That's pretty much what I have going on. If you joined today, I want to thank you for joining. I need to do more of these. Hopefully it's enjoyable. I don't know. I'm glad that you guys were able to join. Thanks for everyone that liked the video. And hopefully I'll be able to put out some more content here soon. Keep interacting with me in the comment section. I like talking with all of you. I like learning about you. Sometimes, your username is whatever you want it to be, obviously. Something I like doing is, if your username is not your name, let me know what your name is. I like to try and keep it all straight. But, and if you tell me where you're at, like, I like to know where people are at as well. And if you have tractors and what they are, it's a challenge for me to try and keep it all straight. So I like that. I like talking with you all. Anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you soon.